And if you are an overstayer, you don't have papers, you don't have the BRP to work, you don't have work permit, you don't have. My people, welcome to EpicTubeMoment. My name is Fred. So once again, I actually want to welcome you guys to this beautiful session. Welcome to my platform, welcome to my YouTube channel. And just like you know, we're actually turning out very beautiful videos every week, so we can actually just contribute to our lives, just to help us understand more of our environment and what's happening. So my name is Fred, and this is EpicTubeMoment, and we call ourselves the ETMers. So we are actually just trying to make something beautiful here. So today we would actually just be going straight into it. We want to discuss about Nigerians in the UK that are suffering. So this is not just to make a jest of a lot of our friends. No, we just want to highlight some of those sectors that our brothers and sisters are in the UK that is actually making them suffer, or some of those situations, some of those circumstances in the UK that a lot of our brothers and sisters in the UK that are into and are suffering seriously. Okay, and also I just want to urge some of our new friends who have actually come to watch this. If you like what we're doing here, please, we want to urge you to subscribe and become a family. Just become a member here and join us just to continue doing what we're doing here beautifully. Welcome, guys, and I would want you to just subscribe there. So, and today's topic, like I said, just to discuss a section of our brothers and sisters, Nigerians who are in the UK and who are suffering. I'll just itemize this, and if you think there are other sectors in the UK where you have a lot of Nigerians are going through hard times, you could also leave that in the comment section. So while we're doing this, for us to understand that these are the sectors that are very prone to giving a lot of people hard times because of different reasons. So we'll just itemize that there. So majorly, number one, Nigerians who by virtue of their overstay status. I think that's a very big one. So people who have come into the UK via a different route, like let's say via tourism route or via let's say visiting routes, and have decided not to go back because you know the UK is obviously beautiful. And these people are now tempted by the Home Office as overstayers. And if you are an overstayer, you don't have papers, you don't have a BRP to work, you don't have work permit, you don't have legal rights to rent an apartment. The lack of rights in the UK you probably have will just be too many. You don't have the rights to public funds, you don't have the rights to anything because you are not supposed to be in the country. So when you find people who are overstayers, they are actually going through a lot. Okay, so don't ask me why shouldn't they go back. So it's a different reason or different video entirely. Like when you get to hear these people tell you their stories, like it's huge. So that's a section of Nigerians that are in the UK and they are suffering, like seriously suffering, because you know they don't have jobs, and even if they have a job, they go through getting to meet someone who does not work, probably somebody who has a business. Then the person now gives them their details to go and register at maybe an agency. The agency now gives them a job. So what happens is the pay goes to this person and this person now gives them the money. That's what happens. So they're just living from hand to mouth and it's always very difficult. So we're just trying to, you know, discuss this so that people understand how difficult it is to be an overstayer in the UK. So that's one. Number two, students. Yeah, you heard me right. The students in the UK are really suffering. So when you've paid your deposit back before you get into the UK, your deposit is just part of your school fees. So when you come into the UK as a student, you have just 20 hours to work, just 20 hours. So averagely 20 hours gives you like, let's say 820 or 800 pounds in a month. If you are paying rent and you're paying part of your school fees, you pay your bills, you try to get groceries, food, and you also try to just maybe look good, get some few clothes. 800 pounds is just not enough. It's just not enough. So you see a lot of students going through hard times. If you're staying in a house or in an apartment where you can share bills, share the rent and all that, it actually goes a long way to cushion some of these effects, okay? Just to bring it down so you can actually know how to manage and all that. So if you get to have students in the UK, they are suffering. Don't be asking them for money. They are suffering, you know. Not like, you know, there are people who are actually coming from very, you know, good homes, wealthy homes, rich homes, like they say. Maybe they have their parents back home who support them, who send them money, you know, so they can actually, you know, augment and place their priorities right to live, you know, right in the UK. But there are others who do not. And when you compare the percentage of people who do not have, it's larger than people who have people back home that are sending them money. So it actually doesn't correlate, you understand? So students in the UK are actually suffering. So that's number two. And number two will be care and support workers who are bound by very unreasonable certificate of sponsorship contract. There are a lot of people who are working in the care and health sector that their contract, their sponsorship contract is very, very unreasonable. How would you ask someone to work for 12 hours and the person works 12 hours for 6 days straight? Like, Doesn't make sense now. Really doesn't make sense. So we also want to make this video so that a lot of people out there will watch this video and see that some of these things we talk about are things that we need help. We need people to actually just change their ways of life, listen to such videos and help people who do not deserve this. A lot of people in the care and health industry are actually, it's terrible. You can't be you see them sometimes. Friends of mine who are actually in that sector, they come to see me and just 15 minutes they start sleeping, because they are tired, and you can't argue with your employers. You can't tell them what is this, because when that happens, you're very, very close to being sacked. And when they sack you, your COS is being terminated, it's being reported to the Home Office, and that's it. It's either you're on one BA flight or one Peace Airline flight back home. That's terrible. So nobody wants to actually play with that. So you just continue that, manage. But I understand my friends in the NHS are doing pretty much okay. I understand people in the NHS have very soft life. They have very soft life. So that's just it. People in the healthcare generally are just not having it funny. And lastly, but not the least, Nigerians who have vehemently refused to abide by the strategies of survival in the UK due to some level of ego or stubbornness. Just like we always say, there's always a section of people who just disagree with anything good. They just want to live their life. I have a lot of people where you tell them that this thing no good, my brother, this thing no good. They just don't listen to you. As a student, you earn 800. Why are you staying in a house just by yourself and you're paying 700 pounds, 600 pounds? Why are you stressing yourself as a young man or a young female? Why can't you have a friend where you guys can just stay or share? If you're married and your family members, that's different because you have a spouse who actually, can work and support you. But single guys, as students, why would you want to stay in a house where you are the one paying? Unless if you actually have someone back home who foots or makes it easier for you by just sending you funds. But if you don't have support, why put yourself in that tight corner? So that's what we're trying to talk about. And there are people who actually come to the UK and in just a month, they've collected credit card worth £5,000. And they've actually gone to a point where they can actually get like a car. You go to another clerk and go and get a car. And you're staying in a house where it's just yourself, maybe. Like, it's terrible. So when you advise them, see, guy, you don't need this car now. They get angry because you don't need this credit card now. Though I understand when you have like a credit card and your usage, we call it utilization, your usage and also repayment actually gives you a certain credit score increase or credit score stability, which is also nice. But when you see people taking larger amounts of credit cards and the credit card amounts, I think it's very disturbing. It actually puts you in a very unstable situation. So I think these are actually some of the reasons I think some Nigerians are actually suffering in the UK. There are more that I haven't actually researched, but I know my subscribers out there, some of the people just watching this video, you could actually just go in the comment section and just, make us know some of those sectors and the section of Nigerians who are actually suffering in the UK, so we can also learn from you guys, okay? I really want to thank you guys for this session. Just like I said, my name is Fred, Mr. Epic. And if you love this video, please, I would want you to come on board and subscribe and join the family, the EpicTubeMoment Art family, so we can actually just have you. Please join the family and let's grow. Let's pick up, okay? And please just leave your comments in the comment section and I'll see you guys next week. Wale.